It is my great honor and pleasure to introduce to you my dear colleague and friend, Nelia Nikitenko, who will speak to us today. Please.
So in Russia, they stubbornly like to keep repeating that Ukraine does not exist. But Ukraine does. My country has more than 1,000 years of history, and for about 400 last years, it fought for its freedom, self-identification, and independence from Russia. And today is 3 months already when my country is carrying on a decisive battle which will define our destiny for future years. Now I am in Sweden as a refugee. It's not the same as coming for a conference or as a tourist. Millions of my countrymen were forced to leave Ukraine because Russian missiles reach the most western regions. Our women did it to save themselves and their children from those modern barbarians who came to our land to save us, as they say, from us. But they do it in a very strange way. They keep bombing cities all over Ukraine, but especially they do their best to destroy exactly those eastern cities where there was the largest number of people loyal to Russia. And Russians kill their very supporters. They practically destroyed Kharkiv, Mariupol, Zaporizhia region. I don't think the number of those who still love Russia and their special Russian world rose very much after all that their troops did with our peaceful cities and villages. In Moscow, they don't even try to hide their desire and intention to erase Ukraine and the Ukrainians. The very thought about existence of my people is hateable to them. We keep coming to the fence of the Russian embassy, not because we are so naive to believe that its employees will hear us and do something to stop the war. We understand that they are loyal servants of the Kremlin. They are paid for being obedient executors of the Russian aggressive policy. But by the same token, diplomats are the eyes and ears here. So, at least there is a chance that they keep reporting about our actions to the center. And as people's wisdom says, drops of the water can pierce a rock. Now I want to say, to address to my countrymen in my mother's language a little bit. Шановні земляки, українці, ті, хто зараз у Швеції або в інших країнах Європи. Так, слава Богу, тепер ми у безпеці. Швеція і шведи глибоко нам співчувають, надають підтримку, дах над головою, їжу, одяг, можливість працювати і навчати наших дітей. Ми надзвичайно вдячні за це. Але, мабуть, у кожного з нас в Україні залишилися рідні та близькі, і вони чекають від нас допомоги, наскільки ми можемо її надати. Я закликаю вас не бути байдужими, ми повинні продовжувати виходити на такі мітинги і бити на сполох, бо тільки спільними зусиллями всього демократичного світу ми зможемо подолати цю жахливу загрозу, яка прийшла зі Сходу. Коли десятки років тому я читала прогнози Нострадамуса для нашого часу, я ніколи не могла подумати, що він говорить про Росію, і що Україна стане полем цієї глобальної битви. Але тепер усі, хто має очі, бачать, що це реальність. І ми не можемо бути осторонь. Нам, як і раніше, потрібна вся можлива допомога з боку наших закордонних партнерів. Але і самі ми повинні робити, що можемо. І ми повинні не припиняти це робити, аж допоки Україна переможе у цій війні. And now in English. Dear countrymen, Ukrainians, those who are in Sweden now, as well as in other European countries. Yes, thanks God, now we are in safety here. Sweden and the Swedes give us their deep sympathy, support, a roof above our heads, food, clothes, possibility to work and educate our children. We are extremely grateful for that. But probably each of us has our dearest and closest in Ukraine, and they expect some help from us as much as we can give. I call you to not be indifferent. We must keep coming to such meetings and sounding the alarm, because only with joint efforts of all the democratic world we can overcome this horrible threat that came from the East. When dozens of years ago I read predictions of Nostradamus for our times, I could never have thought that he spoke about Russia and that Ukraine would become a field of this global battle. But now everybody who is not blind can see that it's the reality and we can't be aside. We still need all possible support and aid from our foreign partners and must do everything we can ourselves as well. And we shouldn't stop doing it until Ukraine wins in this war. Slava Ukraini! Так,